What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kamon. Again, if you guys didn't know, I did move for a little bit. We're gonna be here for 6 weeks. After the new apartment's done, we're gonna go back to the older one. So for those who don't know, that's why I haven't really been uploading as much, but I got everything fixed now. I fixed the gain on my mic, so like I should sound better now. And anyways, before we get started, make sure you guys do, and also thank you for those who are actually going over to my gaming channel, Kamon channel, and watching the new Wukong game I am posting. Appreciate that. I love y'all. Another thing, I'm kind of going in a different direction with this build this time. I was talking to some friends at the locals yesterday, time of recording this obviously, and they were explaining like how I should be playing this and that, and I kind of want to kind of steer away from the hand trap build and kind of go with a more board breaker build. So yeah, that's kind of like a disclaimer. This is more of a board breaker build to see how I like it. Another thing is, I'm not too sure about the side deck. I'm gonna show you what I have now currently, but if you guys wanna throw some ideas at me and kind of bounce it off with me either on here or in my Discord, you can do that too. Just join, link down below like always. But anyways, one more thing, sorry I'm rambling, but I am sponsored by Dueling Guards. If you do wanna get some super cool merch, play mats, deck boxes, etc., make sure you guys use the link down below, and if you use my code KMON5, you get 5% off. They actually just posted a brand new Dragon Ball Z, Broly, and Beast Gohan playmat deck boxes. So if y'all like Dragon Ball Z, check it out down there. Anyways, remember, let's get right into it. So I'm gonna show you guys main, extra, and side. Again, the side deck is up for debate. I'm just gonna show you guys what I have currently. This is what you could say is like version 1, if that makes sense. So I'm still kind of trying to get used to like everything else in here, but this is what I got so far. So for the monsters, we're running a very, very, very low monster count, but it'll all make sense why. So running 3 Stellar, this is the best monster in the deck. As long as you see her plus like a toy box, that's full combo, and you can play past a lot of hand traps. Obviously you cannot play past Droll, but you can play past like a lot of other hand traps besides Droll and Shifter, of course. But yeah, 3 of her. And then partner in crime 3, Azet, 3 and 3. You see any one of these, it's still full combo, especially if you see these plus toy box. So, you know, 3 and 3 at all times. Summons 1 from deck, searches out another White Forest monster. So if you guys don't know what they're doing, I'm gonna explain it, but yeah. A Stellar is actually the best one because the fact that she's an extra body is crazy good, you know what I mean? So 3 and 3 at always. I'm still on the 2 Sylvie, and I am on the 1 Rusia. Some builds like 2 and 2. I like Rusia at 1, bro. That's just a personal thing for me. I like her at 1. If you want to run her at 3, 2, whatever, that's up to you. But me personally, I like her at 1, so I'm going to keep running her at 1 as long as I can. So yeah, maybe in the future I'll run her at 2, everything. But yeah, that is it for the White Forest cards. This is, for me personally, I've been playing this deck non-stop for like months on end. This is very standard for me. I feel good with this right here. I don't feel like I need more. I don't feel like I need less. It's fine like that. So next, we are on the toy variant still. So I am actually playing 3 Toy Soldier this time and the 1 Toy Tank. And to round off the monsters, obviously just the 1 Veiler, because Veiler is actually searchable. And it's one of those cards where like, if I do see it in my opening hand, I can use it. But if I want to get to it later, I can just search it out. So it's one of those, if I got it, I got it. If I don't, I don't. You know what I mean? So the reason why I'm playing Toy Soldier back at 3 instead of just 2 is because this is the monster count right here. It's just these 14 monsters. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And I feel like this is a little bit better because, like, you know, but like at the end of the day, beforehand, I was playing it with the like hand trap variant. You know what I mean? Like all these monsters, and then like just everything else was just a bunch of hand traps, right? But I'm talking to like a lot of the White Force players that are at my local, and like talking to like a lot of people. The hand trap version is not bad at all, but it's like it does suck when you open up like a Stellar plus no spell and trap. You know what I mean? And like one of the biggest things about this deck is you have to have the correct ratio for your spell and trap cards, if that makes sense. So yeah, because again, any spell and trap card plus any of your White Forest monsters essentially these 6 right here, it's full combo, if that makes sense. Not so much Sylvie and not so much Rusia, but still, these aren't bad also, if that makes sense, because this can get you into spell card, which can get you into your Azet, which can, it's the same thing. So I wanted to like kind of maximize on the like monsters that I can play, and I'm still on the toy variant. Yes, I think the runic version is the better version. The runic and the Shintarion version is definitely a better version, but I just prefer this version because I feel like I can freestyle a lot more and I can play through a lot more things with this toy version, you know what I mean? So yeah, 3 toy soldier and then the 1 toy tank with the 1 effect veiler to round off the monsters. Nothing more, nothing less. Go on to the spell cards. We put a lot of spell cards in here actually. So for consistency, I'm not on period race map, but I am actually on Pot of Prosperity. I do not mind the Perry race map, but because everyone is on the Spooky Dogwood tech, you know what I mean? I don't want to half my life points and then give them more, and then they'll have more life points than me. So I just think Pot of Prosperity is a little bit better. Plus, I can literally do all my stuff during the main phase 1. Then I can go Pot of Prosperity. Only thing I don't like about Pot of Prosperity, it does conflict with Rusia. That's my only gripe. It does play more into Droll, sure, but so does the Perry race map. You go Perry race map, half your life points, search this on res, they go Droll. That sucks. At least with this, I can dig through my like deck. I can dig through 6 cards to kind of get what I need at that moment. So I can dig through board breakers. I can dig through side cards, etc., etc. So yeah. 3 Pot of Prosperity is definitely a must in here. Another must in here is obviously 3 Toy Box because, again, you see this plus like a Stellar or even a Zet and it's still full combo, and you can play past Nib, you can play past all that stuff very easily with this little engine in here. So 3 of those. We are on a board breaker build, so I got a comment saying, crazy how I'm not running Droplet in here. Well, here you go for that one commenter. I'm running Droplet now, and pairing Droplet, I am actually pairing in double talents because, again, we don't have any hand traps, but, well, sorry. We do have certain hand traps. We're playing 7 hand traps in total. Yeah, 7 hand traps total, but sometimes those 7 aren't enough, you know what I mean? And those hand traps are the 1 Veiler and, the Imperm and then the Dominus Purge. I'm still on the Dominus Purge in my opinion, so I still want to have some sort of board breaker cards. And we are actually main decking another card that's actually, not sure why I wasn't main decking it before, but again, talking to people at my locals last night, they were telling me like, oh, you should definitely be playing this. It might be too late because it might get hit in the ban list, but yeah. 3 Droplet, 3 talents. It's just one of those things where it can kind of break any board essentially, except Dark Law. But even then, it's like, we already have a hard time versus Dark Law anyways, so. Other spells, I am actually still on the 1 Tails, and I am on the 1 Beware the White Forest. I think this card's actually neat, bro. I got hair on my face. Ugh. Long hair people, y'all get me, bro, right? So yeah, I think this card's actually very, 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 very good. The fact that I can, like, I view this card of like how I view Fenrir, right? Your opponent has to deal with this card. So search it out, pitch it, set itself again, activate. I can pop a card on my opponent's field. So like, it's one of those cards where I can deal with anything. So like, if my example, if my opponent has like a skill drain on the field, skill drain doesn't really affect this deck too much because again, we can summon out our things, effect, and then bounce it back, if that makes sense. But yeah, like I can destroy skill drain. I can destroy their back row that's probably an Imperm or anything I want, problematic card on the field that they have to deal with. So like, I like that. And it's like, if you want to play double Tails, that's fine, but remember, Tails does nothing on its own. You need to control either a Spellcaster or a Illusion on the field to activate this card. So instead of playing double Tails, I decided 1 Tails and then the 1 Beware the White Forest. If you don't like the, this card, you don't have to play it. Me personally, I like it. I'm going to keep playing it. I think it's super good, super neat. And it's a pretty good side-out card, if that makes sense. So, yeah. And then obviously the last spell card is obviously the 1 Call with the Grave because I don't want to get hit with Shifter and or Droll, anything like that. And it's recyclable. Every spell and trap card you see in this main deck is all recyclable. You can recycle back all these cards with your Diabell. So that's why it's pretty sick. Now going on to the trap cards. Like I said before, 3 Imperm and then 3 Dominus Purge. Again, this is to help go second because we're not playing any hand traps, monsters, but we are playing these. Also, this deck is pretty cool now because only one card, Valor, is on this. This is the only card that does play into talents and thrust. So now your opponent, I use these. Their talent and thrust is usually dead half the time. So yeah, that's another cool reason of why I am playing the board breaker variant of this. But yeah, 3 of this. I think that was just super, super good. Yes, it does kind of conflict with some of their extra deck stuff that is dark, but it's like I'd rather it conflict and then stop you over not being able to actually play. You know what I mean? I used this card versus the gimmick puppet guy, and I actually won because he couldn't search out his rank up card. So if it wasn't for that, I was dead. So this card is very, very, very good. So yeah, 3 and 3 at all times. And again, if you don't want to use them during your turn, you can just pitch into graveyard for your white forest cards and then get them back. So yeah, 3 and 3. The card I am actually main decking now that I wasn't main decking before, but now I am because the board breaker build is 3 skill drain. You know what? Why not just play it, bro? It does play more into time, but game 1, because like again, we know what this deck can do. We know how good this deck is. This deck can set up a crazy board to interrupt. It's not about OTKing your opponent, it's about interrupting your opponent, right? And skill drain is one of the best cards. If this card gets hit to like 1, I'll still main deck it. If it gets banned, then it is what it is. But you know what? As long as we can play it, we should definitely abuse it in this deck. So 3 skill drain. And again, this is a very, very, very good side out card if you're going to go second. Like, let's say you like win game 1 because of this, and your opponent is going to go first. Side this card out. You know what I mean? It makes it easier because I know some people have trouble with siding out certain cards. So this can kind of help with that too. So 3 skill drain. And the last card's obviously the 1 reframing, the 1 hat trick, and then the 1 woes, round up the traps. Reframing is super good. I'll never throw this card out. It's just getting a searchable judgment card is broken. And again, it's not a brick. I've had some comments saying like, don't play this card, it's a brick, because what if you open up with it, good. You can use it. And again, even if I can't use it this turn, I could literally go effect pitch. You know what I mean? So it's never a real dead card, if that makes sense. None of the spell and trap cards in here are dead cards because again, they work well with all of your white forest cards, if that makes sense. So as long as you see one of these plus any spell and trap card, it's live. And again, you can get them all back. Get out of the mindset that like, oh, if I can't use this, if I hard draw it off rip, it's a dead card. That's a toxic mindset. That's not a good mindset, bro. You're playing a white forest deck, bro. You can use it with this. You can use it with this. Search out one of these. Use it with this. Draw a card. You know what I mean? It's always live, no matter. As long as you have a monster, your spell and traps are always live. Okay, that is the mindset you should have when you play this deck specifically. But anyways, that's 40 cards altogether. Again, trying out this build, see if I like it. I'll probably go to locals with it on Friday to see if I like what I'm doing with it. If not, I'll change it around something else. But anyways, 40 cards, go to the extra deck really quick. Extra deck did change it around a little bit, but nothing too crazy. We are playing a pretty big link pack. Not pretty big, but a good link pack because again, if I get hit with a D barrier, I want to be safe and be sure I can still play if I want to. So 1 Rabbit, 1 SP, 1 Celine, 1 Appo, and then 1 Axico Talker to round off the links. If you want to play more links, you can, but I'm just playing these right now because I am still on a very heavy synchro package because I think the synchros are still very powerful. Synchros, obviously the 1 Zapper Shrimp. I'm still on the Immortal Dragon build because playing through Nib is actually very, very important to me. And sometimes, like, people do actually main deck Nib inside Nib. So, like, yeah, summoning this out first, you know, like, y'all know the freaking combo. Making out thing to, like, stop a Nib is very good. Now, if they have Nib and Perm, they got it. You know what I mean? You're going to lose that regardless. So, yeah. 1 Immortal Dragon. Obviously, the 1 Sylvia, the 1 Rusia. New edition, I'm actually trying out the 1 Golden Cloud Beast. Trying this out, see if I like it. It's literally here for when I send it to graveyard. I can bounce a card back if need be. It is level 6, so you can summon this out for free and then synchro summon with it if you want to, or link it away to summon out something else. So then you can go like Chainlink 1 SP target, Chainlink 2 Golden Cloud bounce. You know what I mean? To kind of chain block, if that makes sense. It's just a good card overall. And again, you can always get the effect every time because Diabell's does summon out from the graveyard, extra deck, or banishment pile. So keep that in mind. So other 6s, obviously the 1 Coral Dragon to round off the 6s. Coral Dragon is really good because again, summon it out. It's one of those things where I can send a spell and tracker from my hands to the graveyard, hop a card, and then on resolution, I can set that spell and tracker if it is a white forest card. And then I can also trigger this too, because it was sent to graveyard for a monster effect. So yeah, this is a good card overall. This is kind of just like you summon this out, and then you get rid of a card, and then yeah, it's just super good overall. You know what I mean? Next for the 8s, Visas, you know, search out the counter trap. That's why it's here, obviously. Obviously the one Diabells, because the Diabells is the best card in here. Just get all your stuff, and yeah. And the last 2 cards are the 10s, which is the 1 Gen X card, and then the 1 Chaos Angel to round off the 10s. I took out everything else because I didn't think it was really needed, because, you know, yeah. So yeah, that is it for the extra deck. Kind of the same, but different also. Now going for the side deck. And again, the side deck is not done yet. I'm not comfortable with it yet, but this is what I have so far. I'm going to stick around with it just a little bit more, but just be patient, you know what I mean? So still rocking the 3 Mo Charming. I think this card's actually very, very, very good, very sick, very good versus a lot of decks. So why not just play Mo Charming in the side deck? I would main it, but I'm not. This is not a going second deck. If it was a going second deck, I would main it. But in the side's really good too. It's very good versus like Ritual Beast. Very good versus like Yugioh, Snake Eye. Just good overall. Very good versus this deck too, actually. So yeah, 3 of those. Double Droll. 2 Droll because I am still citing the 3 Crossout. I do want to have Crossout in this deck somehow to perform. So, but again, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I might switch around a little bit, but again, this is just, you know, just don't want to get hit with Droll because we can play past a Nib. Shifter, I could just wait a turn, but Droll, I cannot play past a Droll. It's very, very, very hard. Yeah, 2 Lightning Storm to kind of round off for the back row hate, back row removal. And for more back row stuff, I am actually citing 3 Evenly. Evenly is very good because again, I don't have to OTK you on my turn. I could just, you know, evenly match, get rid of everything, and then go, okay, Lightning Storm, get rid of the last thing you have, and then I can set up for free. You know what I mean? And again, evenly match is not once per turn, so if I go evenly match and then go Desperate Negate, that's fine. Evenly again, it's not once per turn, so yeah, 3 evenly match. I think that's definitely a staple in the side deck. And then obviously the 1 Anti-Spell Fragrance because, you know, it's good. And then obviously the 1 D-Barrier because, again, we are citing Crossout, so that's why this is in the side deck here to kind of keep it safe. But anyways, that's it for definitely. Hope you guys did enjoy that. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe, share the video. See you next time, man. Have an awesome one. Peace.